Alright, back to it, nailing down side quests before heading to the end. This could be the last part, but I don't know, I might want to get his best weapon before we go to the end. I haven't decided yet. It needs hunter board kills though.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I'm ready to leave when you are.
Also dog. Unfortunately, that means we have to go talk to the creepy cult again. But that's okay. If anyone is willing to Google it, don't tell me yet though, but maybe like just Google specifically which hunts to get those bits I need to make gore and where they are.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not...
Well, not telling yet until I'm ready to do it. I want to do the side quest first.
You found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the Duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
It is true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Who knew there was an archive up here?
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see.
Ooh.
We do at least know where to
I
find
could drop
it.
something I need.
A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy.
Yeah, got gems, everybody has them.
In his stead,
Perfectly
as
normal.
men of House Rosfield,
Perfectly cromulent.
it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else? Titan's Wake is to the south of here.
Oh, that's what the Elder
But
Griffin's
we must
called,
not be
huh?
hasty. The good
I
lady
see.
has been disappointed once already.
Is this a walking type affair? Yeah, this is a walking type affair. Well, that right is the next right. Can I summon Burr? Oh, I can.
Come on.
Smurg. It do be a name. Usually a dragon though, right? No Kashyyyk.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is.
For House Rosfield.
It's a very common name used in Final Fantasy games. Gotta finish it in style. It was only worth 100 ability points, really?
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
Oops, I'm in the local map.
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your Grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godotha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion.
It's also
And
the lamest
graven
Captain Planet
vines
power.
encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Godotha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank
These
you for your
armbands better have some
service.
amazing stats, because this
As
woman
do
just
I.
wasted her life to keep them.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
Okay, it's a purple quality, so it could be good. Oh, it's not. It's not equipable. Maybe it will be in a moment.
Bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied.
I was
you
expecting
for
them to
so
be
long.
visible.
It is. And we
Well, it
thank
had the
you for
armband.
part
Oh,
you
it did
played,
have the.
Cyril.
Yeah, okay, it had a different symbol. You're right. I checked
If you
the. I
would
checked the
permit
wrong
me to
thing.
play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Yeah, I checked the wrong thing. It's in this menu. There it is. Ooh, it is better. Not by much. Well, it gives a lot more HP actually. But defense-wise, not that much difference. Wait, now that I'm actually wearing it, is it on my person? No.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? That I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. Mother was truly capable. Perhaps these bands will help. Hands with us. It made all the difference.
No, I think that chicken had gone bad. Oh, that is a very steep drop. Don't go that way.
It's just back there.
Oh, that's what that was. Remember I found this? There wasn't a helmet there, I don't think.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
Is it? They're getting desperate.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
With hindsight, I should have had this be the final side
Until
quest I
the
did, but
beginning.
oh well. Oh, in August. I see. They're building up quote unquote hype. Rusted barrel helm. No, it's just a display item. Joshua's not using it at all. They're putting it on a shelf. I guess that's kind of using it. Oh. Joshua's John Clay's party and will remain with him until... Oh, okay, that was nice. That's a good bonus. Okay, maybe I should have done this side quest first. That would make hunting marks easier as well, actually. Okay, so we've got that one there, we've got that one up there. Get his best weapon and then go to the end. I don't think we can do this in an hour and a half, but... Oh, what's one more session?
You alright?
This is the goodbye to all the characters, because there's no way Joshua and Clive are walking away from this.
Just... Etta's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Now, the problem is that Etta's due any day now. And I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Oh yeah, the pregnant lady
Is
helped.
there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught luckier in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I try and track one
No,
down
Jill is here.
myself,
She's in the
only-
hideaway.
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That or the bird whose oar sits attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Clive. ... No, he has a white chocobo. That's entirely different. 100% entirely different color.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away. That'd mean the crystal.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Oh yeah, the next reward is Genji gloves.
Come again. I may have more for you.
I don't even, unless these give a lot of renown, I'm not convinced these, no, they probably won't. They'll expect you to do some of the marks. Yeah, it's not going to give enough to get the Genji gloves.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me.
You require nothing.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Even though he basically gave you all the information, I have to find and talk to the other merchants. No merchant in the candle room.
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin, they don't mean we have to. How do, traveller?
Oh, do!
You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find.
No, I talked to the right one first. I have the information I require.
Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Chicken!
Look, Daddy. Shining so bright.
Whoever's idea
Oh yeah, where can you
was
see
to
the
put
big
those
crystal from
bearers
here? They were
away
looking that way,
peaceful
right?
Has my thanks.
They can't see it, they're looking at a house. Where's this damn other... Oh, that's quite a large search area.
Can I help you with something?
Summit.
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's
What about French
ride.
fancies? They're nice
Was
cakes.
a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Can hardly make it up.
Tree. Oh, there's one of those stones and they're glowing now. Probably because of the Akashic poisoning. Saw something big over there behind the tree. Oh.
This one's awake.
Oh. Okay, that does not sound like something I want to do, but thank you for the offer.
Let's see what's
No,
inside.
let's not. I don't want to do time trial fights. Trial by fire? Nope. Thanks anyway. Tutorial for a mechanic, yes. I get that's the equivalent of finding the secret rooms or whatever the hell the secret portals in Devil May Cry games.
Onyx. They're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. And these look fresh. The Chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
That's his house. He lives there.
I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned.
Okay, never mind. It is just the same color as his own. Yeah, okay, yeah. He could have just taken one off of Ambrosia.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
Thank goodness we weren't here between 4 and 5. Because that's Willie's time. Yeah, I should have just summoned the mount to see if there was like a special dialogue. Like, oh, that's right.
It was no trouble at all. Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
There's 2 nesting near Martha's Rest. There you go. That's the long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a
Whittling
sword.
knife.
And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Character growth.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Oh, she'll be in the infirmary, I suppose, because she's with Spawn. Oh, wait, there's still 2 more. 3 more? Please, I'm begging you. I'm enjoying it, but it's killing my channel. Yep, she is still with Spawn.
Me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is,
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
we did. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like.
I appreciate that, Jazz. Thank you.
Good luck charm. We may come up north when a bairn's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything
I don't mind the side quests in general, but these ones are especially nice just because it gives closure to, like, you would never see this stuff if you just did the main quest.
Fancy a swift off. I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
Now the real question is, will there be closure to the little girl who keeps offering everyone policies and things?
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. It wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
There's suitable levels of unhappiness there, so he'll probably survive.
I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
These series of side quests are definitely serving as goodbyes. Winter mead. I said I was thirsty.
Do you think they'll come back?
Of course they will. It's just a...
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
Sure.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés.
Chadwick.
A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family.
Oh wait, sorry, you like
Thought
them.
of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was.
But not your parents, because they named him Chadwick.
Let me find him.
Or his parents.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit walls, just beyond the portcullis.
It's going to be one of those gates that were closed when we were there before to fight Odin.
I only pray there.
Probably the one that led into the big circular room.
As do I, Doris.
Nobody's tool. Balmung Dark. All the way over here somewhere. There we are. Yeah, there's no way in hell we're getting through this. That's fine. That's fine. That just means we finish it tomorrow. I refuse to rush. I am enjoying it. That said, I will never read a word. Oh look, it's that portcullis I talked about.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
Surprise! Handy having Joshua about. Just a nice little extra source of damage. This thing should be like wanting to serve us. He's in the presence of two fire dominants.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
There's got to be a big boss fight in that area through there. It's too large. It wouldn't just be waves of Akashic. Kashik, whatever.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. But
Oops, didn't know that would stop him talking.
locked up tight. So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Creature, you say? No, I wish I'd actually read that. If only I could. She was checking the upper floor, so I guess we should keep going this way.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that. They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared.
Well, the problem is Joshua's not interacting with any of these quests because we wouldn't necessarily have had him with us.
Caching down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Let darkness fall!
If this being overly long will be worth it more once I can charge 5 levels. You don't do it for the damage.
No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and... it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor ahead.
The only one that's locked, perhaps.
Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Jailer's key. Oh, there is more to this upper floor because I saw enemies over the far side. I'm going to check just in case there's a chest or anything. Oh, the enemy in here, level 40, is a bit higher than outside. Okay, it was for a chest and a quick way back. Glad I did that now.
see what we can find down here.
Loading a boss fight, that's what it's doing.
Survivor. She sounds close.
I know she was back there, I'm just getting this first.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course they were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. You must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
I was just gonna say, I bet we see a growl subtitle.
What was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
Oh,
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live.
it's a fancy-ass behemoth.
Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
The Kuza beast. This is gonna be rough, I think. Let's see. I'm glad I have Joshua here as well. Oh, it counts as a mark too. I might.
The beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Give Nergigant his attack back. In the teeth. Oh, some spicy damage. Oh, holy crap, it killed him. Ultra spicy damage. Ah, another shackle. I think that's what the other one dropped.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
He shall become the most fetching hat in all the land.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Huzzah! 2 more to go. Might only have time for one more. These are quite long. Let's do the one upstairs first.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage.
The Bad Bank. Oh, we went there as well, didn't we?
Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
But it's not going to be empty like it was when I was there last time, though.
I can find there.
It's
going to be filled. Litany of errors. Let's just ride past all these enemies because they're quite high level, so they'll take a bit to kill.
Let's go.
It was indeed where we were. Bork, 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 bork. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to come in here anyway because it's acacia-ed.
I can walk from here. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here.
Writ of incorporation.
Off. Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find... This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
Given the general tone of the game, I would say probably yes.
A forked white tree. This must be the place.
Oh right, yeah, I was up here before.
Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Killed a lot of kids.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. And where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. Nice try.
Nice, perfect number of hits. Alright, clutch mines are used. Well, there wasn't really much else there though.
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
You had to be all the way up there still. Couldn't come down and see me. Let me just check in here, because we've accidentally stumbled on a couple. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's new. A known location as well. Penitent's Gate, Sandbrook. I'm gonna check that out after handing in this quest, because we don't have enough time to do the other side quest. Penitent's Gate, Sandbrook. Or Sandbrook, however they pronounce it.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Cid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
Hello Katsudon, thank you for resubbing. 37 in a row but 75 in total.
The bearer.
I'm glad you're catching up. We're about to finish for the night, so don't worry. This is the last quest I'm doing tonight.
The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Or any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive? when so many others died in that awful place.
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back.
He's got survivor guilt.
See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering, and in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Ooh, a lot of ability points. Oh, enough, in fact. Wait, not enough. I needed 5,000. I convinced myself it was 4, but it was 5. Damn it. Alright, Penitence Gate, Sandbrick. Sandbrick is over here, right? Let's see, Penitence Gate. There's a whole area down there I haven't even been to. Sora, what are you grumbling at? Hello, Trouble. What? What is it? Oh, there it is, up there. Closest teleport is Northreach. What were you grumbling at? It's the last hunt, so to speak. Yes, I know. Hello, hi. You're Stecky.
And now my
You
eye
must
off
have
the
been
garrison
sleeping.
today. What have you got?
It's basically
Haven't
just a
seen any
straight
of
line
those
over to
puppies.
the gates over there.
Do be careful.
I will.
Ready, go?
There's a Kashik in the road, and I can't be asked fighting them. It's weird looking. Hello, Randy, you got here just in time for me to be finishing after I fight this hunter mark over here. There he is, right there, in fact. That let me get real close.
Thanks, Cal.
You're the outlaw!
He's starting with that, huh? Okay.
Throw His Highness to madness! On your knees!
He's also untouched by the Akashic nonsense.
And he doesn't look like he's willing to listen.
Felt that one.
Your death will sound.
So much damage. Whee! You did return right at the end, and I still didn't get all the side quests finished. There's one more, but that's for next time. So close to another level there.
Damn it. Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side.
I don't think I gave anything I needed for the God of Damarong recipe though. Sadly. Did not. You know the ones I need now, I can tell. But that's also for next time. So next time, one more side quest, make Clive's ultimate weapon, and then finish the game.